An African country has barred Eritrean refugees from entering that. Welcome to my views and news. Thanks for watching the channel. Two main news stories. First one is about an African country which is refusing to receive Eritrean refugees. Second news story is about protests in Tigray. While I'm recording this video, a protest rally is ongoing in Mekelle, Tigray regional capital. Let's start with the story from Tigray. IDPs are protesting in Mekelle these minutes, a rally ongoing. IDPs say that they don't want to spend another winter, another rainy season in tents. They want to return to their homes in Western Tigray, Humera, Ulkai, Sagade. The majority of the IDPs in Axom, Adwa, Shire, Sherraro is from disputed territory, Humera, Volkai, Sagat. Their return could not start. For almost 4 years, they have been at tents. Rainy season approaching. That is why these IDPs are protesting. In January, we saw several protests by these IDPs in different parts of Tigray. And now they're resuming their protests. I think they'll protest in Europe and in North America too in coming days. They want to draw the attention of international community to this issue. TPLF, Tigray interim government are also raising this issue of return of IDPs. 2 days ago, TPLF issued a statement accusing federal government of arming militias in Volkayet and not implementing the Pretoria deal, obstructing the return of IDPs. This issue of IDPs is very crucial. Yes, they should return to their homes. There, tens of thousands are there in Tigray, dependent on aid. But problem is that the status of the area where they live is unclear. Unless there is dialogue between Tigray and Amhara, Tigray and federal government, it will be difficult to solve the issue of return of IDPs. No political dialogue has begun between the two sides or dialogue about the status of disputed territories. Where are they? When he took office 2 months ago, reportedly said that the issue of IDPs will be solved. And he gave an indirect deadline to the federal government that before the start of this winter, this issue should be solved. No progress has been made. We're not aware of any engagements pointing towards a solution. Can there be a solution? Can the IDPs return to their homes without a decision about the status of Humera Volkai Sagade? Will the IDPs be allowed to enter their homes, their territory, while Damak Zadu is in control there? Will TPLF, Tigray government, agree to the return of IDPs while the status of Western Tigray is unclear? Western Tigray is not under the control of Tigray government. I think that Tigray government, TPLF, will agree to the return of IDPs to Maravolkai Sagade while the area is still under Amhara control. Let's see. We'll have to wait. Because in the past, TPLF took different positions. I remember that once TPLF ruled out the possibility of return of IDPs to Maravolkai Sagade while Amhara government is in place there. In Raya, we saw that when IDPs returned, again IDPs, Amhara government was dismantled there. But Amhara government in place in Maravolkai Sagade, backed by ENDF. Secondly, was an African country has imposed a ban on the entry of Eritrean refugees. Why? What led to this decision? Uganda is the name of the country because where a complete ban has been imposed on the entry of Eritrean refugees. The ban was imposed in January. Now, gradually, it is being confirmed by several sources that Uganda is not receiving any Eritrean asylum seekers, Eritrean refugees. Why? Uh, Uganda is used by Eritreans as a transit, generally as a transit, though Eritreans live in Uganda, I think, just like in Ethiopia. They use Ethiopia as a transit too, and they enter Uganda through Sudan. They can enter Uganda through other routes too, but generally they enter Sudan. Sudan shares not Sudan, South Sudan. From Sudan they enter South Sudan and then Uganda. Other routes too. And from Uganda they try to move towards Europe, towards North America, though we know that the number of Eritreans reaching Europe is declining considerably because of the mechanisms put in place to prohibit the entry of migrants from Africa, mechanisms put in place by European countries. Uganda made the decision of blocking the entry of Eritrean migrants because of some illegal networks which have been found operating in Uganda. The networks are being run by some top Ugandan officials. They've been involved in granting illegal asylum status to these Eritrean refugees, firstly. Secondly, money laundering networks are operating. Allegedly, some of these money laundering networks are being run by Eritrean migrants. Investigations have been launched, and after the investigations, it was confirmed that several human trafficking, money laundering, and fake asylum status granting networks are operating in Uganda. Involvement of Ugandan officials confirmed. Involvement of some high-profile Eritreans confirmed too. Midhani Yahdego is one of Eritreans who's involved. He's wanted in the UK, in Italy, for his human trafficking activities. He's also part of some of these networks. That is why Uganda decided to suspend the reception of Eritrean refugees. Nothing good is coming in terms of the poor Eritrean refugees who try to flee their country for better economic future. They flee the country because of repression there. But in Ethiopia, they are going to be blackmailed that they should join the fight against Eritrean government and join Brigade Nahmedo, join Eritrean Blue Revolution Front. In Sudan, now it's difficult for them to enter Sudan or to pass through Sudan towards Egypt, towards Libya, towards South Sudan because of the ongoing war there. Djibouti is not ready to receive them. Djibouti's president a few days ago criticized Isaias Afwerki, saying that his people are entering our territory, our country, to go to the Middle East. So no neighboring Yemen, across the sea from Ethiopia to Yemen movement is very risky. It means that no country is favorable for these Eritrean refugees now. If they want to flee the country, now no neighboring country is safe for them. They have been at the mercy of human trafficking networks. Everyone sees Eritreans as commodities because people want to earn money by using these Eritrean migrants. But now their safe arrival in Europe, in North America, from Eritrea is becoming a dream. It's very difficult for them. They are being exploited. They face life threats. They face dangers to their survival. And most of them are ending up in African countries with no status. And if some of them get asylum, even then it's difficult for them to reach Europe, to reach America from Africa. Hard times ahead for Eritreans who want to flee their country for a better future in Europe, in America. Thanks for watching.